Alchemy Cove. Genshin's 4.3 update is finally here, and I seriously need to express my thoughts about the things in this update. Well, at least the things that interest me. Aside from the fact that we just got two amazing weapons, this goofy guy, and the beautiful axe, Claymore users are eating good this patch, needless to say. Being said, the Claymore units are among my favorites. Ito, Noel, and Chongyung, a few of my personal favorites. But this guy right here makes any Claymore user one of my favorites. And, unfortunately to say, I can see myself wailing for this weapon more than just Navia. Experts aside, you don't need me to tell you that in order to know that these two weapons, aesthetically, very pleasing. But something that you may be sleeping on are these new artifact sets. And maybe I'm being too optimistic when I say this, but I want to say these artifacts this update, one of the better ones. And you may be thinking, between these two artifacts, which one caught my eye the most? The new Claymore character Delight, obvious best in slot for the main wielder of this new weapon, Navia, or the seemingly mid healer artifact that messes up character rotations. Looking back at the old artifact domains, there's a few I'd say both options are great pickups. The Shimmy Nala and Severed Fate sets, as well as the latest Golden Troop Mare Hunter, these two mains are ones that I remember always farming whenever I'm trying to look for a general artifact for new characters or upcoming ones. All I know is that whenever I burn resin for these guys, either option when I get a 5 stars, openly welcomed. These two domains may be a bit more apparent on why you'd probably want to farm them for a long term. You're probably curious about these two rascals instead. And I like them both. We'll start with the easy one first. Nighttime Whispers in the Echoing Woods, or Wispy Woods for short. It won't take anyone long to match this artifact set with the freshly released attack scaling Geo character, Navia, making this domain an easy choice to farm for Navia enjoyers out there. But if not Navia, who else? And attack isn't exactly the stat that Geo is known for scaling with, so that along with needing to have a skill CDR close to the 10-second Geo damage bonus duration that you get from using your skill here. But you also need to have the capability of reacting to create crystallize effects as well. Ningguang Geo Traveler sparks some interest here, but the main character I'm interested for this, Arataki Ito himself. Sure, Ito stacks high with defense, but the sheer damage and scaling of Uchi, his E-skill, though a bit tight on the 10-second cooldown, just might also support high enough numbers to warrant trying it, pushing Ito out of the simply mono-geo team viability. And I welcome any artifact that crosses up how you use and implement any character. But with the defense conversion, it's more than likely that Husk, along with the Unga Bunga playstyle, it'd be hard to beat. But, knowing me, I'll still try to farm a good set, at least to give it a shot. If not, that set's for Navia. Geo Traveler Ningguang can also try it out too. Only one way to try him out. And now this controversial little bugger. There's a lot of people already shelving the idea of using this artifact. Well, since, due to its effect, it may make teams and efficient burst rotations a little hard. And I don't blame them. After all, for all that hassle, you simply get a damage boost of 1200 damage, on top of a character whose kit is most likely is support and healing focused. Which will take these guys, and I'm probably out. There are some healing characters that can do damage alongside their heals, on or off field, but it might not be consistent, or worth the small ticks that they provide you. Along with the necessity of constantly repositioning, or the character's energy constraints. Though I'd say Dea could fall into the next category, since her limitation of healing is strictly limited to her skills. We'll just say that we'll drop her into this group for now too. but the remainder I refer to as the DPS sustainers, and possibly the most capable of utilizing the artifact set. Featuring our old healers, we got Bennett, Jean, Kokomi, my personal favorite healer, Chi-Chi, along with the new ones, Riceley and Charlotte being the two. Riceley is probably one of the easier ones to dismiss out of the 6. His healing comes from his charge attacks, and unless you're building HP or have C1, the damage boost and the healing that you have won't really make worth of Song of Days Past over a DPS set, such as Mare Hunter's attack speed, or maybe Blizzard Destroyer's cryo bonus. Or like me, I use Shimenawa for the normal attack boost on Skillcast. Bennett is a bit harder to judge on this, considering most people who use Bennett don't use him for a standalone unit, but rather an attack boosting battery for teammates. This keeps you in his ult, per se, gets your healing, and since his attack boost is scaled off of the base attack, this set isn't too shabby on him. The first part of the artifact effect will change halfway through his ult, though you'll already be rotated to your main DPS, so odds are you're not going to switch back to your Bennett to do a little bit more damage. You'll just keep your DPS in and keep slapping away. In my opinion, if you own a DPS Bennett build where you play around his ult field anyway, I'd say just go for a skill boost set like Golden Troop. Might be a bit more fun and a bit less more micromanaging. I don't know about you guys, but I was genuinely surprised when I learned that Charlotte was our first attack scaling healer since release, and as a 4-star no less. But being a 4-star comes at a cost. Being a healer who only heals active characters, Charlotte's damage boost from this is quite limited. And the heal being tied to her 80 energy ult makes it inconsistent in a way, but her Nahida style skill and off-field damage allows her to at least proc the damage that she gains from this effect, unlike Bennett. With these out of the way, we're left with the big 3, I'd say. They excel pretty well due to their ability to heal not just themselves, but the whole team at once. Make them at least quadruple dip in what you're getting in the output here, since this artifact also counts for excess healing. As you know, Kokomi's main supportive healing is
stored in the balls.
This, in a team cycle, isn't bad, but it only heals the active character. Though it's a carry style, since the artifact is a buff, and not an attack percent buff, she can still utilize it well when ulting and autoing to heal her whole squad, and damaging at the same time. More so than just her skill ticks. For Jean's case, it looks pretty good. With a 50% chance to heal your team when you auto somebody, you'll seem encouraged and incentivized to do so, staying on the field for a bit longer to heal everybody up. Or, you could always use your ult. It's an 80 cost, yes, but with her passive, it's effectively reduced to 64 energy. Keeping Jean pretty efficient as a wielder of this artifact set. But, with her status as an animal burst healer, the support capabilities of swirling with the other artifact set, or Noblesse alone, would probably overshadow Days Past set, causing you to choose Viridescent or Noblesse on her instead of this new set. And for our last character. And I'll have to admit, as someone who's always built Chi-Chi like this, it hurts me to say that I think that this is going to be my next set for her. Chi-Chi's always had this weird spot. Her long CDs and her lack of cryo damage made you not really want to run Blizzard on her. And I'd say she had enough healing to warrant not going the funny tea party set. Chi-Chi's excessive need to auto-attack caused me to always build her with attack and physical sets in mind. Wasn't quite 100% suited for her, per se. Now I use Chi-Chi. This was just a great pickup for that. Her skill heals active characters, and along with her autos making her heal the team, I have no doubt that you'll have a high heal rate for this set. Chi-Chi's healing capabilities and newfound damage boost, I'm in for it, giving her even more use for her healing bonus ascension bonus, which always just felt way too high anyway. In truth, Chi-Chi's existence alone is why I'm going to go for this artifact, and probably going to enjoy farming and seeing her do damage with it. And regardless, whether I get the Chi-Chi set, or the Navia set to try on Ito as well, I'll enjoy both outcomes. And the lack of positive spotlight for this character, and the new artifact set just almost seem poetic. want to say something about it. But if there's a character that you adore with underwhelming spotlight, tell me below. Maybe my calcs aren't right. There are no calcs. But it's one of my first video ideas, I guess, and just wanted to get my voice out there. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe I guess, or mainly just comment below. I'm not very big on the fan base, but I'd be more than hear voice. This channel was always meant to be a little skit-based animation channel, but with Genshin and Zenless Zone Zero coming down the pipeline, I wanted to get something out. I like to think my takes are a little bit different. This was an interesting taste. Let me know if you want to see more. This character that you like, and you'd like to hear my thoughts on them, let me know. Thank you for your time. Have a good day.